Solid like squaring up a concrete slab or a structure or just anything in general. So the first thing we need to do is establish, let's use red here. So establish two parallel lines. Okay. So however we got to establish these parallel lines, let's say for instance in this case, this is our house, or let's say our garage to be more exact. We got a garage door right here, maybe 16-foot garage door, so on. And we want we're going to put a driveway in, and we want our driveway square with this garage, right? So we need to establish two parallel lines. And we know this line here because that's the front of the garage. Okay, so we need to establish this line here. So let's say we got 30 foot. Okay, our driveway is 30 foot long. I know the drawing's not proportion, but let's say it's 20 foot across. Okay, this way. Okay, so we have this. Now we're going to pull 30 foot, and we're going to get this point. Now what I'll usually do is I'll drive a steel stake right there. Okay, and then I'll come down here and I'll pull my 30 foot and I'll drive a steel stake. Now I'll stretch my string line around my steel stake, and what I'll usually do is I'll come past this steel stake, okay, with my string, and I'll move my string until it just touches this one, and then I'll put a stake out here. Now once I get that stake out there, I'll put my string on that and do the same thing this way. I'll pull my string line past this stake, and then I'll run my string line long, and I'll drive a stake right here, right where my string line is. So now I've established this parallel line with this, and my string line is longer than what I need it to be. That way I'm out of the way when I want to lay stuff out. So I have this parallel line, this parallel line. Now the next thing we need to do is find a point on on either of those lines. So we're going to use this point right here because we know that's where it's at. It's the corner of the garage. So we know that point on that parallel line. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take, I'm going to use my calculator here. This is a construction calculator. There's different apps online to help you to figure this out. A feet and inches diagonal calculator there's all kinds of them. But the basic way is with one of these. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 30 foot. So we're going to take 30 feet, and we're going to call that our rise. Okay? And then we're going to take our 20 to 0 feet. Now if I had inches, I would say, and then that right now I would put in whatever inches, hit my inch button, and then if I had a fraction of whatever, I would hit my fraction button, and then I would put that in. So like a 1/8 of an inch or whatever it is. Okay, so now I got my 20 feet, and we're going to call that our run. Okay, and now we want to find our diagonal. So we're going to hit diagonal right there. And what that gives us is 36 feet and 11/16. 36 feet and 11/16. Okay. 36 feet and 11/16. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to take that 36 foot and 11/16. So we're going to go from this point here, and we're going to pull that measurement across. Okay, and then what I usually do is I take a marker, just a Sharpie. I like the Milwaukee markers, and I'll put a dot right on my string line right here. Okay, so now I have that point, I have that point, and I have this point already. Okay, or if I didn't have this point, let's say this went all the way continued like this, and all I knew is I needed it 20 foot this way. But so I really don't have this point here yet. So what I could do is I have my 36 foot and 11/16 dot. All right, I have my parallel line, so I know that I want a 20 foot wide driveway. So I'm going to take a measurement from this point this way, 20 foot. Now I have that point, okay? And then if I didn't have this point, I would just pull 20 foot from there this way to get my point. So pretty basic, easy way to do it. I use that a lot. I do this. It's a quick way to do it when you're by yourself. And a couple other tips: if you're by yourself, if you're against a house, you can drive a stake up there and hook your tape measure on that. So quick, easy way to square up a pad or structure. If you have other ways, show me some links. Let's see. I'm always willing to learn. All right, guys, catch you on the flip side.